You are dying right now, not in 50 years. Right now, as you watch this, the hours are draining out of you like blood from a wound you cannot see. And here is the part that should terrify you. You're handing those hours away for free. To your phone, to your boss, to people who will not remember your name. 2,000 years ago, a man watched the most powerful people in Rome do exactly this. He watched them build empires while their own lives slipped through their fingers. And what he wrote about it may be the most brutal warning ever put into words. So why do almost none of us ever hear it? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will never look at a single ordinary day the same way again. Rome, the height of its power. A man named Lucius Annaeus Seneca sits in a room surrounded by wealth most of us cannot imagine. He is one of the richest men alive. He advises the emperor himself. He has fame, influence, and the ear of the most dangerous man in the world. By every measure we chase today, he has already won. And yet Seneca is not at peace because he sees something the men around him cannot. He watches senators race through the streets. He watches merchants count coins deep into the night. He watches generals plan campaigns for glory they will not live to enjoy. And he notices something horrifying. These men guard their money obsessively. They lock it away. They fight over it. They would kill for a stolen coin. But their time they give away to anyone who asks. A visitor drops by, and they surrender an hour without a second thought. A pointless argument, an afternoon gone. And no one, not one of them, ever feels robbed. This is the paradox that haunted him. We protect the thing that can be replaced, and we throw away the one thing that never can. You can earn back a lost fortune. You can rebuild a ruined reputation. But no man in history has ever bought back a single wasted morning. Seneca understood this so deeply that he sat down to write a letter to a friend named Paulinus. And in that letter, he was about to say something so uncomfortable that people have been avoiding it for 2,000 years, because it was not really a letter about time. It was an accusation, and it was aimed directly at the reader. Here is what Seneca wrote, and I want you to feel the weight of it. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Read that again. He is not comforting you. He is convicting you. Most people believe life is simply too short, that there was never enough time to begin with. Seneca calls this a lie we tell ourselves to feel innocent. The truth, he says, is far worse. Life is long enough for anything, but we shred it into pieces and hand those pieces away until nothing is left. And this is where it gets strange. He described men who spend their whole lives preparing to live, always waiting for the promotion, waiting for retirement, waiting for the kids to grow up, waiting for the day things finally calm down so they can start really living. And then, he wrote, "Death arrives while they are still in the waiting room. Now stop, because this is the moment I need you to turn the mirror on yourself." You have felt this, the Sunday night dread, the sense that another week just vanished and you cannot say where it went. The moment you looked up and realized a year had passed since something you swore was recent. The version of your life you keep promising yourself you will start living later when things settle down. But things never settle down. That is the trap. There is always one more crisis, one more obligation, one more scroll of the feed at midnight when you know you should be asleep. Seneca saw people 2,000 years ago fall into the exact same trap without smartphones, without email, without endless notifications designed by the smartest engineers alive to steal your attention. Imagine what he would say about you, about the average person who now loses years, not hours, to a glowing screen. And that brings us to the darkest question of all. If time is being stolen from you every single day, who exactly is the thief? Because the answer is not what you expect, and it is not comfortable. Seneca's answer was this: the thief is not your job. The thief is not other people. The thief is you. And he built a 3-step code to prove it. Here is the first step, and it cuts deep. Seneca said, you must audit the past. He told Paulinus to look back honestly at his years and ask a single question: how much of that time was truly mine? Not spent worrying, not spent pleasing people who did not care, not spent chasing things that meant nothing the moment you got them. When you subtract all of that, he warned, most people discover they have lived far less than they thought. A man of 50 may have only truly lived a handful of years. The rest was noise. This is uncomfortable because it is verifiable. Think back on your own last month. How much of it was actually yours? The second step is where the code turns from diagnosis to cure. Seneca said you must guard the present as fiercely as a miser guards gold. He wrote that no one hands over their money to strangers, yet everyone hands over their life. So the practice is simple and savage. Before you give an hour away, ask what you are being paid for it. Not in money, in life, because that is the true currency. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something that matters. Every hour surrendered to noise is an hour stolen from the people and the work you claim to love. And here is where modern science quietly agrees with a man who died before electricity existed. Researchers who study how people feel at the end of their lives found the most common regret is not a failed business or a lost fortune. It is this: I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. That is Seneca's warning, confirmed 2,000 years later, whispered on deathbeds around the world. We spend our lives performing for an audience that will forget us, and we call it living. But there is a third step, and this is the one that changes everything, because the first two steps could leave you paralyzed, terrified of wasting a single second. Seneca knew that fear is just another thief. So the final step is not about fear at all. It is about a kind of freedom almost no one ever tastes. The third step is this: live immediately. Seneca wrote a line that should be carved into every wall you walk past. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Not someday, now, today. This very hour is not a rehearsal for some better hour coming later. This is it. This is the life. And once you truly absorb that, something strange happens. The pressure lifts because you stop postponing yourself. You stop waiting for permission that will never come. Seneca pointed out that the person who lives fully today has nothing to fear from tomorrow because they are not gambling their existence on a future that is never promised. So here, finally, is the answer to the question we started with. Who is stealing your time? You were. By giving it away to worry, to distraction, to the endless waiting for later. And the cure was never to move faster or do more. The cure was to wake up inside your own life and refuse to sleepwalk through it. Now let me give you something concrete, something you can do tonight before you close your eyes. Seneca practiced a nightly review. Before sleep, he would replay his entire day in his mind and ask 3 honest questions. What did I do with these hours that were truly mine? Where did I let time be stolen from me? And what will I reclaim tomorrow? That is it. No app, no cost, 5 minutes in the dark. But do it for 1 week, and you will start to feel the days slow down, because attention is the one force that stretches time. When you notice your life, you begin to live it. When you sleepwalk, it vanishes. So tonight, when you lie down, ask yourself Seneca's questions and feel how strange it is that a man who has been dead for 2,000 years knows exactly how you have been wasting your one and only life. Here is the truth Seneca died believing. You are not short on time, you are short on attention. Every hour you truly own is a lifetime. Every hour you sleep through is already gone. So the only question left is the one you must answer with the rest of today. Will you keep waiting to live, or will you begin right now, in this breath, before the moment slips away like all the others? Seneca made his choice. The men around him never did, and their names are dust, while his words just reached you across 20 centuries. If this made you see your own hours differently, subscribe and stay a while, because the next thing we uncover may be the one that finally sets you free.